EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Kickoff, it'll come out to the 25.
Okay, right? Strike! Check, strike!
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Hold the check. Timberwolves. Three.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week. It takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Quickly to Addison here. A good move. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
He'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down and 8.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
In motion left goes a tight end. On play action, it's Dobbs. And it's caught.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Check, man. Check, man.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
He'll try again.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Go, check. Go, check.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Check view. Ready.
They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
In motion right is Osborne. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
The Falcons at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And last week was a bit of a nail-biter, a 3-point victory, but it's also the kind of game that reveals a team's true character. They fought all the way and came out victorious.
Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Ready. Ultra.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Falcons.
K.J. Osborne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are back within a score.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
9 yards. And the Vikings.
Viking 18.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Come on. Hit.
A gain of 29 yards.
Pass the street. Pass the street.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu.
His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, running left is Akers.
Credited with a 1-yard gain. Second and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Ready?
Now second and 9.
Turn.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Joseph for the Vikings field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Joseph is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy. But
and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Ready.
On the give is Nwangu.
Oh, he shifts past him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
87 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, smash Bronco!
Now a give running right, Nwangu.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Dobbs is throwing toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Joseph's got it.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set, ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go. Here we
Ball
go.
up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Steel, black. Fury, yellow. Blue stripes. Red, yellow. Ready.
Ritter from the gun.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
6, mega. Black shot. White, white. Hut, hut.
First down. Here's Ritter. This ball down the field for Pitts. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Roll, roll, roll.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Lion! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats! Dragon 60!
Dobbs now on second down.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Algier going straight ahead.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Patterson running between the tackles. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Blaster, 6!
Ritter. Pass complete to Cordero Patterson out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates.
And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now they send a running back in motion right.
Ritter will throw for it.
It's complete, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Pass complete to Addison.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give them a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Handoff right side to Wangu.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
111 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw, Dobbs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison,
47 yards.
and the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph connects on the extra point,
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Red, cycle. Speedo blue. Ready?
Ritter now. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come on 1st and 10 at the 43.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ready.
At the Vikings 39-yard line.
Algier now up the middle.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for down at 4.
52 blaster. Fury, yellow.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Mac Hollins,
37 yards.
and the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Patterson will score. Touchdown and one.
We're getting set up for what should be a great fourth quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the third quarter.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two.
Check, smash.
Complete at the one. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Pass midfield, look out. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
Let's go now.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Bronco leading. Mustang 19. 19 Lions. 79 Broncos.
Dobbs. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
Another run now for Nwangu.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Check. 19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
And here's Ryan right now,
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Here we go.
Second and 6.
Check steal.
Ritter completes this quickly, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
10 cycles. Blue stripe, red, yellow. Slide blue.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter. They'll find Osborne here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That caller's number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On first and 10, it's Algier.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
On the set. Strike. Check strike. 5, 90, grill, green. 6, mega.
Ritter back to throw.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Blue, go.
Ritter throwing on third down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second, here's Algier.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Ready,
Here
ready.
now, third down. Ritter will set up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 19. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
10,
They'll give Downs here out of the gun.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way down to the 5.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a...
The way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This is 1st and 10. Dobbs. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
That's caught by Addison.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback in your center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now Dobbs.
Complete on a deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Drop 60, drop 60. Three, Warriors 70.
He's back to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Completion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Okay, break.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Well, somebody...